Yeah, welcome to Maidan as we count down towards the world's biggest race meeting, Dubai World Cup, Saturday night here. And Peter Snowden, as you look around, there's people polishing things, tinkering with things, there's the last minute things all happening, so you know you're on the verge of something pretty big, and you are for yourself.
Absolutely, Bruce. As you can see, it's an unbelievable experience just to be here. And what we're seeing here today is you wouldn't see anywhere else in the world, and you're right, and I've been given a great opportunity to be here tonight on Saturday night with a couple of horses that we know have got good ability, and at their best I'm sure they'll be competitive. It's
a culmination of their careers with you, but a long range plan for all involved in Darley / Godolphin to pull this off on Saturday night.
Yeah, look, it's, these horses have been racing at a high level through a 2-year-old career, and they're trying to extend it to 3, which we know is hard to do, as only the elite ones can do it. Sepoy's on track to continue that way. Helmet's hit a bit of a hiccup in Sydney, but look, in Melbourne, I thought both his runs were okay. I know the punters weren't happy they didn't win, but for mine, to where we are tonight, I think they'll ground building runs, and the work he's done since he's been here, he's come on really well, and he's handled the track terrific. Now I'm quietly confident he'll run well.
It's Tuesday morning here in Dubai. Your horses have had their final serious gallop. Take us through them individually. Sepoy?
Yeah, he's a great track worker. They both are actually, but he did a good bit of work last Thursday, and Paul gave him a good rap, but he said he had a big blow, and this track is very taxing. They get right into it. It races like a slow track. Different to our artificial tracks, how they're very tight and they're rolled and you can skip along the top, and doesn't take much out of the horses, but this track it's very demanding, so it's not only speed, which they do go quick on it, but you need to have a fair bit of stamina to be able to be strong at the finish. And to me, his work this morning, Paul said he thought they pulled up a much better today to what they did Thursday, so they're taking good benefit from Thursday's gallop. But
he ran some time, didn't he, Sepoy?
He went quick this morning. He surprised me just how quick he went. I wanted to have a good hit out, but just to keep him within himself, because just be careful not to do too close to a race. But Karen gave him a huge rap in the way he felt. He felt like he had a lot of horse still underneath him, and he ran very, very good time, so it's pleasing to hear that.
And with that, I think you said at the weekend in Sydney to me, Helmet's handled this surface better, so it's a good sign for Sepoy going forward to Saturday night?
Absolutely. Sepoy's action is very shouldery, and this sort of surface, because it's deep, they work pretty hard through it. For me this morning, I thought he handled it pretty well, and Karen said he gave him a great feel on it. Didn't feel like he was labouring in it. He just kept quickening in it, which is good. And he loves a corner, and he handled this big long sweeping corner well. And by gee, I walked it a couple of times. When he straightened up, it's still a long way to go.
It is.
And the last 100 metres can be taxing.
It's a big challenge for him Saturday night under the conditions, isn't it? With what you've got to.
Being a 3-year-old, he's getting a kilo off Rocket Man, so it just goes to show you that he's not that well off. But look, he's got a great record. I'm not going to look for excuses. My job is to get him as good as I can, and hopefully that's good enough.
And Helmet this morning, take us through his work.
Yeah, he worked well again. He did longer work. Naturally he's going further, so he does 2 laps, but he went over a mile and quickened up the last 1400. The last 600 did his best part of his work, and similar to Thursday, he improved off that. Recovered very quickly. He wouldn't have blown a match there when he got back to us, and Karen gave him a glowing report as well. He said his action is terrific. He's got that long sweeping action and doesn't seem to get into it at all, and it's good to hear that, because he needs to pull out a big one on that night.
Well, he does with the barriers, doesn't he?
Well, the 14 gate, we had words with the starter all week just to see if we could get him late. Seen the stewards, and they said no. With the horse profile, there's no problem at all. He'd be able to go in late, but didn't matter when they gave us 14. We're going to be the last win anyway. But look, put that aside, it gives him options as well. If he is a tad slow, he's still got time to recover and put himself in the race at the right time. But the biggest quirk here is it's only short run at the first corner, then you turn for 700 metres, so if you're wide for a long way. So we've got to be mindful of that as to how much work we do early mid-race. So as I said, the last furlong will count.
And how much you've been involved with Godolphin as the stable here? I know you're wearing the jackets whilst you're here. How much involvement have they had with this preparation? Because in the past, of course, you've handballed the horses to them.
Yeah, no, Simon's been very good. They're great to work with, very obliging, and he's been to track work Thursday and again this morning to see what we're looking at, and I talk them through the work as to what sort of work we give them at home, what we've done with them here, and he's seen how they recovered, and now he was quite pleased with what he saw, and he to his eye he said you couldn't get that much better, so I hope he's a good judge.
And Sheikh Mohammed's involvement, do you get a chance to catch up with him? This is his place. It's a pretty spanking place too, by the same token.
Oh my word, no, I haven't seen him on this visit, but a month ago I spent some time with him. and we're due to meet with his. We're going out for tea with him tomorrow night, and again on Thursday night. So no doubt we'll crunch the numbers and go through the race.
Now,
a few
see,
times.
now that sounds good, doesn't it? I'm going out for tea with Sheikh Mohammed
Yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday night. What might that entail? You're not just going down to the local eatery, are you?
No, it's a privilege, isn't it? Princess Heights invited us out on Wednesday night, and with the boss on Thursday night. So I'm looking forward to it.
And what would Saturday night mean to you with one, obviously both better, of these horses winning for you and the team?
Look, I don't go there winning. You know, those sort of ideas. You go out after a few years in racing, you learn the more confident you are going the race, the more likely you are to get beat. So I'm going there with an open mind, but I'm confident these horses are in good order, and I expect them to run well.